Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. Today I'd like to talk about what the F Knockout City is. Knockout City is a third-person 3v3 arena dodgeball game created by Velan Studios, who were founded in 2016 by game industry veterans Guha and Karthik Bala, to, in their words, uncover the pure magic of breakthrough technology and design to deliver revolutionary gameplay experiences. If their names don't sound familiar, they actually founded Vicarious Visions back in the 90s. And if that name doesn't sound familiar, their last two projects were the Crash Insane trilogy and the Tony Hawk Remastered games. Their first project under Velan Studios was Mario Kart Home Circuit in 2020. Mario Kart Home Circuit was a augmented reality game for the Switch that allowed you to get a real Mario Kart with a camera that you could also set up a course around your house. Once you set this up, the RC car would transmit what it sees through a camera and show you different racers as if you're playing a regular Mario Kart game. It appears that in addition to this partnership with Nintendo, they signed a deal with EA in order to publish the new Knockout City game back in 2019. This does not mean that they own Velan Studios, only that they're the publisher for Knockout City in partnership with Velan Studios. So now that you know a little bit about the studio behind the game, let's talk about the game itself. What's the story behind it? Well, being a completely PvP game, there's not really much of a story, but there's little details here and there behind the world. Set in the titular retrofuturistic Knockout City, the world is one where disputes are settled by dodgeball. The people who participate in the dodgeball playing are called brawlers. Brawlers can form crews in order to settle these disputes. There's a DJ up on the moon who can see any brawl going on in Knockout City, and he announces over all of them. That's the announcer for the game. Now, who do you play as in the game? Well, obviously you're going to play as a brawler, but you get to create your own. There's many different things that you can customize, so here's the list. Outfit, body type, face, hair, glasses, gloves, glider, voice, ultimate hologram, knockout effect, taunt, intro pose, victory pose, defeat pose, and MVP pose. The MVP pose is used for when you're the best player on your team and your team has won the game. Knockout City features a continuous leveling system where the player gains experience after completing a match. Players earn random loot that is added to their inventory once they level up. This loot can be any of the above items or energy drinks, which act as experience boosters. Each energy drink will boost your experience based on certain actions in the game. For example, one of them will give you like 500% experience if you get like 3 knockouts by using your teammate as a ball or something like that. Now, Knockout City is divided into 4 different areas of play, each with various modes. Street play is the casual area of the game, and included here is the 3v3 Team KO, where players do best of 3 rounds to 10 points. Each knockout is a point. 4v4 Ball Up Brawl is a mode that includes no dodgeballs. You have to use your teammates as the ball. In this mode, first to 12 wins a round. Still, best of 3. 3v3 Diamond Dash is a kill confirm style mode where you pick up diamonds from either fallen enemies or fallen allies. Getting them from your allies will deny your enemies of points, and grabbing your enemies' diamonds will confirm points for your team. 30 points to win a round, also best of 3. 3v3 Party Team KO is a mode with all balls as special balls. Every time you go into this mode, the special balls that are on the map are random, but there are no standard dodgeballs. First to 10 knockouts win, best of 3. League play is the competitive section. It's broken up into 9 ranks going from unranked to diamond and currently contains 2 modes. 3v3 Team KO with the same rules as previously described, and a 1v1 face-off that's a best of 3 with 3 points to win a round. There's a danger zone that gets smaller as the round progresses, and there's no special balls. Players respawn with a ball in their hand. Private matches allow players and crews to practice new strategies and try different modes. This play area includes all the above modes, in addition to a 2v2 mode called Double Team KO. Players do not earn progress on contracts or their experience bar when playing a private match. Training is the tutorial of the game. It shows players how to do various actions in the game and has 6 different training modules. There's also a hub area called the Hideout, where you can practice while waiting for friends or waiting for a match. This area includes all of the ball types in the game and a training robot to practice throws and catching. Speaking of ball types, this game includes a sniper ball, which in order to use it to its full effect, you have to hold the button down and it'll cock it back. Then when you actually hit your opponent with it, they'll be sent flying uncontrollably. Sometimes you can hit people off the map with this. The moon ball, which while you're holding it allows you to jump significantly higher. Also, when you hit someone with it, they will fly significantly further than they normally would. The cage ball traps any opponent or teammate caught inside of it. You can then use this to your advantage and then throw them off the side of the map, or use them to one-shot kill their teammates with their own teammate. The multi-ball gives you 3 balls and 3 chances to hit your opponents. These balls last for a certain amount of time, and the timer is reset each time someone picks up the multi-ball after it hits the ground. Bomb balls are balls that explode after a certain amount of time. They continually flash and have a timer sound that go off faster as it gets closer to the time that's going to explode. Now let's talk about how the game is monetized. Knockout City is currently free on Game Pass and has provided a free trial on other platforms from May 21st to May 30th. So by the time you see this video, that will be over. In order to purchase it, it costs $20 for the base edition and $30 for the deluxe edition. The game features microtransactions in Holobucks. You can purchase this in-game currency for prices ranging from $4.99 to $49.99. Holobucks can be used to purchase cosmetics for your characters, vehicles, crew, and does not offer any in-game bonuses. You can also earn Holobucks in-game by leveling up or completing contracts. What does the future hold for Knockout City and Velan Studios? Well, the developers haven't really talked about what they're going to do next, or any DLC or anything like that. From what I can tell, in order to keep the game fresh, the developers only need to add new balls and new maps. Game types are solid from my experience, but if they added new ones, that would just be icing on the cake. In my experience, I've had a really fun time with it. It takes the arena shooter style of like Halo, Quake, where you have to get the power weapon or power ball and protect it and make sure you know when it's going to respawn and all that kind of stuff. But it also really encourages teamwork by allowing you to become the ball, telling your teammate to become the ball, passing balls, charge them up so they go a lot faster, so your enemies don't have as much reaction time to catch the ball. Things like that. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of small nuances to working as a team versus playing in one-on-ones and stuff like that. And I think that it really has something special. There's not anything quite like it. Like I said, I compared it to Halo and early like Quake 3 Arena and stuff like that, but there's not a dodgeball game, a third-person dodgeball game like this. The game's not perfect though. I do have a couple of criticisms. I do think that the menus aren't really that great. They offer a hub world that doesn't have that much substance. For example, when you first get into the hub world, there's a little robot thing that spins and tells you to try the tutorial. But nothing else in the hub world is interactable in order to get to a different part of the game. So, for example, your car that you can customize with different skins is hovering inside of the hideout. It would be nice if that went into the play area and allowed you to get into the game. Or if they had, different, you go to the jukebox and it does something about settings. The hub world should be an interactable space and not just somewhere to practice your throws. Another thing that's kind of annoying is when you're in game, you have no access to the leaderboard. You can't tell how many times you've knocked someone out, how many times you've been knocked out. Even after the game is over, you see your KDR, but you don't see how many times you've been knocked out. The game doesn't feature any kind of like instant replays or like play of the game type system, and there's a lot of really fun and crazy moments. So if they added some kind of ball cam or anything that, I don't know, accentuated badass moments, that would be really awesome. You have to go into the pause menu when the match is over to view the match leaderboard, and that's the only way you can view it. Just like I said before, not being able to see how many kills and deaths I have during the match is annoying, but having to go into another menu after the match is over in order to see it, that sucks. I like to see my full stats when I'm playing the game, not just specific info to that mode. So even if you were to hide my teammates and my enemy's score, I'd like to see mine during the match, because there's a lot of times I feel like I'm playing like crap when really I'm like MVP. But that's really easy stuff to fix. It's like user interface type stuff. The game itself is very solid, very fun, and I find myself laughing more times than not when I play it. So, what do you think about Knockout City? Have you played it? Did you pick it up? Have you tried the competitive mode? Have you made your own crew? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time.